Ms. Bart, can you hear us?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Over a decade, 3,955 days ago, we were called by the family of Kara Nichols, and we were retained to get information out about their missing daughter. Kara Nichols was a teenager. She was a child. No matter what Kara did, she deserved to be looked for. We began local, state, and national media efforts. As Aaron said, on October 12th, 2013, the defendant posted and bragged on the anniversary of the day he killed her about a road trip with his father. And we had to hear in court about how he told his father and then he died and he feels guilty. Well, Kara Nichols' family spent over 4,000 days looking, crying, pleading, posting rewards. I've been doing this job for over 20 years. This is the longest case that we've ever had. We spent thousands of dollars, thousands, on flyers. They were distributed by Kara's friends like Aaron and Autumn, her teachers like Dina Wood. We had people speaking on her behalf. For 3,955 days, we did talk shows. We traveled to California and New York. We had to prepare Julia and Paul Nichols for every single interview to keep their composure as they pled to the public for their missing daughter, their missing teenage daughter. We traveled to and from Colorado, Venice, California, Washington, Oregon, New York, and not to mention Las Vegas when somebody decided to let the sheriff's office get off track to say that they saw her there. Yet he knew what he had done. He knew right from wrong. He knew where he buried her in a vicious state like trash. He knew what he was doing when he did it. We had to hear 2 weeks in trial about our client's teenage daughter and all of her discretions and not his. The laws need to change. There should be no statutes of limitations on any time somebody comes forward on a criminal act such as this. His restitution to us, to the family, to her friends, and to Colorado Springs. Let me get one thing straight for anyone watching this. Every single taxpayer in Colorado Springs should care and say her name, Kara Nichols, because for over 4,000 days from the time she was reported missing, your tax dollars continued to search for someone missing that the perpetrator knew where she was. And I will say for the record, your mother may blow a kiss, but the parents, the ex-wife, friends, and other family all knew about what he had done and no one seeing this poor family crying for over 4,000 days on television ever called in an anonymous tip. And then we have to fast forward to 2022. You're getting off easy, as Aaron said. 24 years is easy peasy compared to what Kara suffered. And let us make one thing also clear. We heard the testimony. We heard what happened. Nobody but the defendant and the victim knew what happened. No one knew who Kara Nichols was. No one knew what Kara Nichols did because he took that away. And for 2 weeks, it was a disgrace to hear the defense and the witnesses defame Kara Nichols, a teenage girl that the defendant took. And we only had his story to go on. That's a disgrace to the judicial system because you've got a criminal, a habitual criminal, trying to save his tail. 24 years is light, and we will be at every parole hearing. And let us make sure that you will do 24 years. And I hope and pray that this court in Colorado Springs never allows another family, the victim, not the criminal, deserves justice. And this has been a horrible experience that 10 years a defendant was able to re-victimize the victim in the court of law in order to try to save his tail. That should not be allowed. She was a teenage girl. A teenage girl. And I'm happy to say, at least there's a bit of justice in this case. But you knew what you did. And you knew right from wrong. And I stand with this family and so many others that are watching and went through over 4,000 days looking for Kara to know that you're a sad excuse for an example of your children. And I hope you never get out. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.